G'day guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, I'll be doing my round 18 tips and going over my last week's tips. I don't have anything for the footy cards for this week. I did do a footy card video a couple of days ago, so I haven't got anything for the footy cards for this week. Unfortunately, I'll be going over the margin comp and the margin comp winner and punishment for last week. So let's get into my tips from last week. Make sure you do like, subscribe. So Geelong vs Melbourne on the Thursday. I got 6 out of 9, just saying. Now Geelong vs Melbourne on the Thursday at night. I tipped Melbourne by 28 and Geelong won by 28. I don't know what to think of the D's now. Don't know if they're not playing well against top 8 teams, but I feel like, I don't know if I'll still back them in for the premiership or not, but anyways, Geelong were really good that game and they definitely deserved the win. Then Sydney on the Friday night absolutely smashed the Dogs, and I did tip the Swans, so that was a pretty good tip. Bulldogs, like, whenever they win pretty, like, they sort of thrash teams, but whenever they lose, they play horrible, so and then Saturday, this was probably game of the round. Oh wait, no, Gold Coast Richmond was. Collingwood North Melbourne. Collingwood did not deserve the win whatsoever. I still cannot believe how bad we played, but I got the tip right. We came back and from about 30 points down and won their match, so I'll definitely take it, even though we didn't deserve to win whatsoever. 40-35 at Metricon Stadium. I tipped the Suns to get up, and what a comeback it was. I went and had a bath with 9 minutes left because I thought the game was over. And then Dad told me that Gold Coast came back and kicked a goal after siren. So I rewatched what I missed, and boy oh boy, what a game that was. So I tipped the Suns, so that was good. I tipped the Saints, and they were great in the first half, but after that, they just had a typical St Kilda performance. Adelaide completely smashed GWS, and I tipped them, so that was good. Then I tipped Brisbane, and Essendon caused an upset, although Brisbane did have like their whole backline out, so that's a bit of an excuse for them. And then I tipped the Blues, and West Coast, they were looking good. I think it was the second quarter, they were looking good, but they couldn't get the job done. But I did tip the Blues, so that was good. So I got 6 out of 9. Now we'll do the margin comp winner for last week. The margin comp winner was LJH, and he said if Essendon win, tip Essendon for the rest of the year. But if they don't win, tip North for the rest of the year. And Essendon won, so I have to tip Essendon for the rest of the year, which isn't ideal, but I guess I gotta do it. So I'll be tipping Essendon this week against the Suns. Anyways, without further ado, let's just get into my tips. Congratulations, LJH, on winning the margin comp. He's won it. That's his second one of his one now, I think, or maybe even third. So no Thursday night games this week, but on the Friday night we do have the Saints taking on the Bulldogs at Marvel. As much as I want the Saints to win this game, because I don't want the Dogs to make the 8, I've tipped Bulldogs by 14. I don't know, I just think that the Dogs are going to be a bit too strong. The Saints, they've been playing some really poor footy. Both teams coming off pretty bad losses, so they will be very, very hungry. They'll both want to win this game, definitely, to keep their finals chances alive. I feel like this is the last straw for St Kilda. If they don't win this, I think the season is done. It's for both teams. Whoever wins, whoever loses this, their season's done. They're not making the 8. But I have got the Dogs winning by 14, although I would definitely like St Kilda to win this game. Then Saturday at 1:45 at Adelaide Oval, we have Collingwood taking on Adelaide. Adelaide, they're coming off I can never remember. Hang on, let me look. They played Hawthorn, and they're coming off a very disappointing loss. Pies coming off a win that was a loss against North Melbourne. So we did get the 4 points, but we came off feeling defeated. It was a shocking. We played so bad, apart from that last quarter. But I'm tipping us by 40. I was nervous going into the North game because I thought, all right, North are the type of team that I think can upset us. But Adelaide, I just do not see them beating us. I feel like we can really take it up to Adelaide. So I've tipped the Pies by 40 in this one. Then GWS versus Brisbane at Saturday 1:45 as well at Manuka. We've got GWS versus Brisbane. What am I saying? So I've tipped Brisbane by 29, coming off a disappointing loss to Essendon, but they did have a lot of outs. But still not much of an excuse. But yeah, I'll still be going the Lions in this one. GWS, I didn't see the game, but I heard they played really, really bad against, what was it? Who'd they play? Port Adelaide, that was right. And so I'll definitely be going the Lions in this one. Now, North Melbourne versus Richmond, Saturday twilight game at Marvel. Now, what's his name? David Noble has been sacked, so this is is he? I actually haven't read into it. I don't know if he's coaching this week or not. But yeah, I've actually tipped Richmond by 100. I don't think North are going to be able to have two pretty decent performances in a row. So I've gone, I've tipped Richmond by 100. So a huge margin, which would be a great win for Richmond. But I would not be surprised if North actually did take it up to them for a bit. But I think they should get the win pretty decently, you would think. Then this could be game of the round. Carlton versus Geelong, Saturday night at the MCG. What a game this will be. I literally had to ask my mates who should I tip because I just didn't know. I was leaning towards Geelong and they both said Geelong. So I went the Cats by 14. I wouldn't be surprised if Carlton won, but Geelong are just in too good a form to just not to tip against them, so I had to go with the Cats in this one. Now the other Saturday night game, another good game, Fremantle versus Sydney at Optus. So I've gone the Dockers by 22. I know that Sydney are coming off a huge win against the Bulldogs, but I don't think they're going to be good enough to beat the Dockers. So the Dockers are a real good side, and I just cannot see them dropping this one. I feel like it's a pretty easy tip, although Sydney definitely could get the job done. Now, Hawthorn versus West Coast at the MCG, Sunday at 1:10. I've actually tipped West Coast by 12. I just cannot see Hawthorn winning 2 games in a row, so I'm going the Eagles. They played well against Richmond. They played well for 1 quarter against Carlton. And I think they'll get this one done. I wouldn't be surprised if Hawthorn I can well and truly see Hawthorn winning this, but I've got the Eagles in an upset because it's always good to go an upset. Then Melbourne versus Port Adelaide at Alice Springs on Sunday at 3:20. This could be. You'd think that the D's would get up. I think if Melbourne do not win this game by over 20 points, they're not going to win the premiership and they're not going to do very well in finals. So I've got the D's winning by 29 though. They have to win this game. They just have to. Because if they don't, they are in some strife. Then Essendon versus Gold Coast at Marvel, Sunday at 4:40. I've got the Dons winning by 10 because I have to tip them. I don't have much to say. Essendon coming off a good win. Gold Coast also coming off a great win. But I have to tip the Dons by 10 because I would have tipped Gold Coast, but unfortunately I can't. So the margin comp game for this week is, I don't know. I don't know whether to go Saints Bulldogs, Carlton Geelong, or Hawthorn West Coast. We're going to go Carlton and Geelong, so make sure you do write down a punishment and a margin for that game. It should be a good game. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you enjoy. I'll see you in the next one. Like and subscribe, and bye.